can see it. Great. So I was a year out of college, knocking on one of my favorite customers' door to deliver a bag full of chicken fried rice. She opened up the door and she goes, "Eugene, how are you?" And feeling in an honest mood, I said, "Well, Georgiana, I'm in a rut. I'm thinking of getting emergency certification and teaching inner city children just to do something other than delivering Chinese food." She's like, "Don't do that. I teach children with mental retardation life skills. Would you please be a teacher assistant for me?" And I thought about it. I said, "Sure, yeah, I'd love to." And after a little bureaucratic magic, I was set to start in September. The problem with this is I was afraid of people with mental retardation. It's just, I was uncomfortable with mental retardation, and I thought that they would see that I was uncomfortable. And to make matters worse, on that first day of class when I walked in, Georgiana goes, "Eugene, you have to do me one favor." I said, "Sure." She said, "Don't leave. I've had teacher assistants who after a month, after a week, after a day, after an hour have left. It breaks my students' hearts, and it just throws the class into chaos. Don't leave." And I said, "Georgiana, I won't." And at the same time, I'm like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? So the first student walks in, and this story is about this first student. His name was Justin. Well, his name wasn't Justin, but you know, all that stuff. And Justin walks into the classroom, and he sees this desk, and he goes, "This is beautiful." And he walks up to the desk, and he starts stroking the little wood stain on the desk, and he goes, "This is beautiful. Can I sit here?" And Georgiana goes, "Of course you can sit there, Christian. That's your seat for the year." And at that moment, I knew, okay, I'm not going to be afraid. This is all going to work out. Christian had Fragile X syndrome. And Fragile X syndrome is basically inherited from the mother. And the X chromosome has this little fragile area that breaks off, and the DNA with it goes out, protein expression changes, and some of the symptoms are muscle weakness, where you see the ears come out a little bit, perseverative disorder, where if they draw a circle on a page, they fill the whole page up with circles, and learning disability. Justin was 14 years old, and I was teaching him how to read 3- and 4-letter words, how to add and subtract double and triple digit numbers, and teaching him life skills, like how to cook dinner, how to tie a tie, how to tie his shoes. Tying the shoes, I spent probably about 4 months trying to teach him how to tie his shoes, and just finally the frustration broke and I stopped. It's he just wasn't getting it, and he was sick of it. On the other hand, it's not just symptoms. You know, Justin loved art, and he had an eye for it. And it was great. I loved him for loving the art. The other thing he loved was Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, and he had an eye for them. Thankfully, the yeah, you got me. So I couldn't bring any Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders to the class, but I was able to take Justin off to the Metropolitan Museum of Art one day, and it was a great day. He was just looking at all the artwork, happy as could be, and he had an eye for it. And then this 7- or 8-year-old kid was running down the hallway, and the kid's mom yelled, "Hey kid, tie your shoes." And the kid went down, kneeled down, tied his shoes, and kept on running. And I saw this, and Christian saw this, and Christian saw me see this. And he goes to me, and he goes, "Why can't I do that?" And at that moment, I really just saw just the hopes, the regrets, the dreams that Justin had. And it was something that had been building, but I really, really saw that he had this really distinct, nuanced, fully formed personality. And the thing that I really got from this was that although he inherited this one abnormal chromosome from his mother, he had these other 22 pairs of chromosomes, and all the other students had so much else that just made them completely familiar and something to just really embrace. That's my story, and thanks for listening.